All right, so this is gonna be meal 1 of 6 today. And this is what I usually have for breakfast. And by usually, I mean this is what I have for breakfast every single morning. Without any exceptions. We got lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, protein powder, oatmeal, peanut butter, salt, my EAAs, and creatine. And plenty of water. So let me go collect my water. My breakfast alone will be exactly 1 liter of water. I measure everything on the scale, as you can see right here. All right, so first things first. I have my water and my little shot glass. I have a shot of apple cider vinegar every morning. Just put, not that much, just enough for 1 good shot. Same with the lemon juice. 1 good shot. And I add water, obviously, to the lemon juice. That would be a little strong. And down the pipe. Take a shot. Ooh, that gets easier with time. And then I just chug the rest of the water. And I'm already at half a liter. On to the shake. All right, so the shake is fairly straightforward. I'm gonna make exactly 120 grams of the quick oats. First thing I'm gonna do is grind all of this down. There we go. And let's start adding the ingredients. Okay, so now every protein powder is a little different. For this one serving is 33 grams, so I'm gonna measure out exactly 33 grams. Well, what do you know? I hit the nail on the head that time. Next up is salt. The salt is pretty straightforward. It's about 1/4 of a teaspoon. I love me some Himalayan pink salt. Not that much. Load that up in there. We'll do 5 grams of creatine. And the tricky one is peanut butter. I want 20 grams of peanut butter. And I like to call this an extra gram. Love peanut butter. I'll add a couple of ice cubes. I don't actually count the water from the ice cubes. And I still have 500 mLs of water. Let's get the lid on that. We'll start this process here. And I'll see you in about 30 seconds. Ready to drink. I removed the lid. And that's the remaining water that I had unused. See, I use it. And now I'm at exactly 1 liter of water once this meal is complete. And it's time to prepare my water. So I'm going to mix some EAAs with 2 liters of water. Let's see here how much. All done. But don't worry, I have more jugs of this. And there we go. And the water is drank throughout the day. I'll probably fill this up a total of 3 times. So this is the first time. For a total of about 7 liters of water on the day. Alright, and that's meal 1. Alright, and it's time for meal 2. First thing I'm going to do is put 180 grams of chicken into my bowl. Now this is already cooked chicken, as you can see. All I have to do is unfrost it in the microwave, which I will do right now. Okay, so now that the chicken is nice and unthawed, I'm going to add some broccoli to it. What I do is I buy this broccoli at Costco. It's frozen. It's already basically cooked. It's just the flower part, the florets, which is my favorite. But through the TV magic, I already have some prepared. So I'm just going to add all this into the bowl. This I don't have to be super specific about. I could just basically add whatever I want. So this time it's 215. I have some rice already prepared in a bowl. I'm going to add exactly 300 grams of that. And that's what 300 grams looks like. All I have to do is push down on it, break it up a bit. It's very simple. I make this in bulk on a random day of the week, all my rice. I need some fat, so I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. I want 10 grams of it. There we go. Pretty simple. Again, my favorite salt, Himalayan pink salt, a 1/4 teaspoon. You're going to notice that all of my meals are salted. And back in the microwave. And that will be meal 2. Stay tuned for meal 3 coming up next. And now it's time for meal 2. Did I say meal 2? Because I meant meal 3. Now, I'm off today, so it's not a pre-workout meal. But if I was working out, this would be also my pre-workout meal. So it doesn't really change. This is rice cereal. This is cream of rice. Yeah, here, let me show you what a box of this stuff looks like. Just like that. I make 3 boxes at once, and then I refrigerate it, and I can take it out when I need it, and I have to remake it every 5 or 6 days. I don't want to have to boil it every time I want it. So, 408 calories worth of this stuff comes to about 556 grams. Next ingredient will be protein powder. We'll do 33 grams. Next ingredient, pink Himalayan salt. Salt is actually very good. It'll help me absorb the water and prevent me from cramping up in the gym. Then we have 30 grams of peanut butter. And we'll call this an extra gram. Last but not least, a banana. Potassium helps me absorb the carbs extra fast, I think. So now I'm going to crush it all, mix it together, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. And I'll keep mixing it, mixing it, mixing it. This is the hardest part. It's actually not that bad. But it doesn't matter because muscle doesn't grow on trees. You want the muscle, you got to put the work in. This is where the muscle is. Going to McDonald's, eating pizza, well, those would definitely taste great in the short term. I will not achieve my long-term goals that way. So, when I say sacrifice, I mean sacrifice. It is delicious, however. Doesn't look like much, but this has all the micros and macros that I need to grow. And this is my pre-workout meal, or meal number 3. And I'll be back with meal number 4 right now. And on to meal 4. Meal 4 is pretty much very straightforward. It's about 370, 380 calories worth of English muffins. So that's about 3 English muffins, which I'm going to defrost in the microwave. First, we'll start with about 50 grams of jam. There we go. Ooh, my English muffins are ready. About 30 grams of peanut butter. Let's use a spoon for this. My favorite ingredient, probably. Well, I like the protein powder too. Perfect. We'll call that an extra gram. And how much of this? How much of my Himalayan pink salt? You got it. 1/4 teaspoon. Mix that up. And we'll be right back with English muffins. English muffins are now defrosted. They'll go inside the toaster. Now this would normally be my post-workout meal. But since I'm not training, let's just call it meal 4. Perfect. Now what am I missing so far? You saw my fats. You saw my carbs. I got more carbs in the toaster. My salt. Yes. Protein powder. I actually mixed it last night. There's 1 scoop of protein, 33 grams, with a 500 ml water. And this also contributes to my overall intake of water on the day. Can't wait. And last but not least, take all this spread and you mix it onto each one. There we go. Protein, carbs, and fat ready to eat. See you for meal 5. And it's time for meal 5. What do we have for meal 5? We have some ground beef that was already made in advance. I'm going to put 180 grams. That's what I eat. Next on the list, an avocado. Now it should be about 150 grams, but this one might be slightly smaller than that. And this is my last avocado, so I'm gonna have to buy some more tomorrow. Let's see how many I have. Uh-oh. Now let's mash this down. I got to 148 grams. So that's pretty good. That's pretty close. And to this, what are we gonna add? Of course, my favorite ingredient of all time, Himalayan pink salt. Remember, all 6 meals get some. Evenly distributed throughout the day. Now let's mix this up. Now we will add the rest of the broccoli that I made earlier today, just to finish it off. And that will be 500 grams on the day. I like to cut it up so it's nice and bite-sized. Perfect. And now let's add 330 grams of rice. Ooh, that's not rice. That same rice bowl. Ta-da! Off to the microwave for 3.5 minutes and ready to eat. All right, time to make some more rice for the next few days. I just fill this bad boy right up. There we go. And I'll add a little water. And by a little, I mean a lot. There we go. And there we go. We got the carbs, the protein, and the fat that I need. All right. Last meal of the day, meal 6, coming up next. And it's time for the 6th and final meal of the day. And you're going to recognize every single one of these ingredients that I'm going to use. This is going to be cream of rice, 33 grams or 1 scoop of protein powder, Let's tear that bad boy. 30 grams of peanut butter, my favorite ingredient. And we'll call this an extra gram. And last but not least, Himalayan pink salt. Time to mix. You gotta mix it nice and hard. That's where the muscle is. This hard work every single day. I eat the exact same thing. Eventually my meals will change. So there will be some more all day of eating videos in the future. But for right now, this gives you a good idea of what I eat on a daily basis. And I am between 44 and 4,500 calories per day. And honestly, I enjoy every single meal. I don't get bored of eating the same thing. And even if I did, it wouldn't matter anyways. This is what I need to achieve my success. And this is what I'm going to use on my road to an IFBB Pro card. Thanks for watching.